raised in this august house by my learned seniors. And anyway, my learned friend from my own district of Thiruvananthapuram, Sri Shashi Tharoor, has made his maiden speech on a bill, and a very, very important bill, sir. The reason for this bill, I understand, sir, is the United Nations General Assembly resolution. And after 22 years, our nation signed in the convention on 14th October 1997. And I don't understand why this hurry at the last minute of this session for getting it passed in this August House, sir. I am asking this question because I was a subject of torture. I am standing before you, sir. I am standing before you, sir, because I have been subjected to torture, severe torture. Yes. So I believe, sir, I have every right to speak this subject in this August House. Even the leader of the opposition, Mr. A.K. Gopalan, was subject to severe torture several times by the police. Many, many times. So, my submission is, sir, no civilized, not only physical, but mental. If not only the police officers, but even the administrative officers are very well experts in the mental torture. If in 1987 I was not kicked out by the UPSC, I would not have been elected as a member of parliament, and I would not have come here in the 11th Loksabha. Again, I would have not been here before you, sir. This is not a single piece of legislation. Because we are the largest multi-party democracy in the world. We cannot follow the simple footsteps of United States of America. They are preaching about the human values and the human rights, and we all know what they do in Guantanamo jail. We have the experience in the Tihar jail in the very city of Delhi. A businessman from Kerala who was subjected to torture in the jail. He had to die in the jail. No, I don't want to repeat his name. Everybody knows what happened. It was before the 11th Loksabha election. Sir, this bill, this is just like cattle sleeping in a paper. The cattle will not eat grass. You see, sir, any person, okay, it's right. Any person, this should not be curtailed to as a right of a citizen. Sir, this bill demands it inflicts certain restrictions upon the people, the injured people, because it demands for the previous consent of the government. My humble submission is, sir, it should not be limited to the government of India and the state government. It should be the definition given under Article 12 of the Constitution of India. It says definition in this part. I don't want to take much time because everybody knows, I hope. So it should be an officer or public servant under Article 12. So as our Constitution was amended and Nagarapalika Act and the Panchayat Raj Act have come into force, so those who are working under the local bodies also should come under the purview of the Act if the bill is being enacted. It should not be limited to both the central government and the state government. And getting the previous sanction of the government, it is almost impossible for a poor man or a poor woman who has been inflicted, who has been tortured. Tortured by whom, sir? Tortured by the state. The policeman or an administrative missionary, a public servant, if they are doing the sovereign functions of the state, then the state is responsible for the torture. It means that the state is the largest missionary of the torture. That cannot be tolerated. Sir, this is an important bill. This should be sent to the Standing Committee of Home Affairs to have a detailed discussion and taking evidence from the expert opinion, and only after the discussion and only after on the report of the Standing Committee on Home Affairs, this should be reintroduced and a discussion should take place in this house, and only then this should be passed. Sir, within 1 minute, I said, sir, we have been hearing many instances where the misuse of the special powers was Armed Forces Special Powers Act. We have been hearing painful stories from various parts of our country, not only from Jammu and Kashmir, not only from northeastern states and from many others. Even if those provisions are not at all applicable, I am saying in this August House, many of the armed forces people, even the NCC officers, are using their official vehicles without even showing the number plate. 1 star, 2 star, going everywhere like that. It is we have not declared martial law in this country, sir. Sir, my humble submission. Sir, I am going to conclude. Sir. I am going to conclude. Sir, please, sir, have mercy on me, sir. At least, have mercy on me, sir. Because the bill is so much important, sir. Sir, the 6 months given to the aggrieved person to file the complaint. How can, sir, if I am behind the box, if I am grievously hurt? We all know what is said in the Indian Penal Code about the grievous hurt. If I am grievously injured, I will be in the hospital. I will be in my home. I cannot move out. I will be bedridden. How can you insist me to go and file my complaint within the period of 6 months? If I do not file within 6 months, then my complaint, it goes into vanishes. So that the officer concerned or the public servant, he can go scot free, sir. So this time limit, it should be deleted from that, sir. Sir, it is regarding the children, sir. It is because chinna kulandagalda karyam, sir.
No.
Sir. Yes. So, sir, if the children are tortured, this punishment is not sufficient, sir. This punishment is not sufficient. Children being tortured, if by men of uniform, or not even by men of uniform, it cannot be tolerated. And sir, last but not least, I am concluding. By profession, I am also a lawyer. Like the Honorable Minister, I have seen him wearing the robe in the Supreme Court. I am very proud of that profession. We both share. Sir, I have seen many instances where the officers, especially the police officers, send the tutored witnesses to the court. They ask, they teach, they know how to make them speak. If they do not give the deposition, as the officers have tutored them, they will be subjected to torture. Here, it is only regarding getting of evidence. Getting it. So, it is not only, it should be, the prevention also should be there. Here it is stated in clause 4, for the purpose of extorting from him or from any other person interested in any confession or like that. So, this also should be kept in mind. So, my submission, again sir, my strong submission, this should be sent back to the standing committee and a detailed discussion should take place in the standing committee. This is a very serious bill, sir. This is a very serious.